They said when that plane landed, everybody's phone was blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, people trying to figure out, he knew something was wrong. They said they had to rent a car and drive all the way from Kansas City back to Birmingham.
They stopped flying after then. If your plane was in the air, once you landed, I think they didn't fly for like 3-4 days.
No, it was longer than that.
Was it longer than that?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I mean, the president had to make a commercial telling people. I remember the first time I flew after 9/11. And I remember I sat up in first class. I was sitting in the very first row aisle seat.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept looking at that door where them pilots was. And I fell asleep and I dreamed that somebody was trying to hijack the plane. And I woke up.
Wow.
And the plane was going, everybody was quiet. And still I was looking around. And then after that, man, I met a lot of federal black dudes flying first class. They were like, what up, Rick? Watching, and they did like this. Had they gun out right there and they badge.
The federal marshals.
I met a whole lot of federal marshals. And they be up there flying casual, but they be packing. And I feel so safe. Yeah. Even when I go to a gas station, I don't go unless I see a police car. When I pump gas in a police car now, I go ahead. If I got anything less than half a tank, I go ahead and fill it right there. I don't pump gas.
Yeah, you can't.
Police car, it got to be. I got to feel a certain vibe. But yeah, September 11 was really sad. Yeah, my baby was about May, June, July, August, September. Malik was 4 months old, and I remember sitting there holding my son, watching. I saw the plane crash into the second. I was watching the news. I saw the plane crash into the second building. I saw it. When they hit that second building, I said, we are under attack.
Yeah, you knew something.
I said, ain't no big ass planes crashing into those buildings. Then another plane crashed, and then they hit the Pentagon. I was glued to that TV all through the night.
I remember that. We were. I remember coming. It was a Monday, and they were talking about the Dolphin game. I was listening to sports radio, and you could hear the guy say it real time. Hey man, something happening in New York. Like a plane just hit a building.
14 T's.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And going through security. Let me tell you something. So I was going through Birmingham Airport one time, and it wasn't TSA back then. You just had to go through metal detector. Mm-hmm. I had said about a year before that happened. I said something's gonna happen. It's just too easy to walk through the airport. It was just too damn easy to walk through the airport. You can have razor blades. You can have stuff. Everybody was lackadaisy. They warned you like you getting in the club. It wasn't like you put your little stuff in.
10 minutes before you leave, you could walk up. People could meet you at the door. Or you get off the airplane, they can meet you right at the door.
Yeah, anybody could go through the gate.
Yeah. I remember that. I used to tell people, you show your driver's license. Matter of fact, you didn't even have to stop, Rick. If you walk slow, they told them, yeah, I'm Ricky, and walk right through. I remember that.
No, you didn't have to say that. You could just go through
and go in there
and go to the terminal. You didn't have to show nothing to get to the terminal.
It's funny, man.
It was like being at the bus station.
Wow.
I just remember how scary it was after that. That was scary.
Were you ever one of those people that was scared to fly in the first place?
Nah, I'm scared to fly now.
Because
I done got older.
Right.
And, so whenever I get turbulence, man, twice a year, I'll jump off a plane. I'll put my bag up in the overhead bin and sit down. And I get an eerie feeling, and I'm like, I start thinking about my kids, and I just get off.
Really?
And cancel the show twice a year.
Get off a flight, just
get off. And one time we was in New Orleans airport getting ready to fly to Colorado. I had a big show, a private corporate event, paying a lot of money. And it was real windy. And on that plane, I was like, man, this is going to be a real bumpy flight. I'm like, this pilot. And I'm sitting at the end of the runway looking out the window in a big black cloud at the end of the runway. Black cloud.
It's a sign. I'm out there.
And the plane was sitting at the end of the runway just shaking. It's already windy. I said, man, once he hit that throttle, that plane gonna go up real quick. I said, either he gonna turn, because I know he ain't finna fly in that. I said, God, I wanted to just jump up and start running down the aisle.
Wow.
So he said, we're gonna go back to the gate. I looked at Roe. I said, hey, call Enterprise. We're gonna rent a car. We're gonna drive back to Birmingham. So I said, hey, I called my manager. I said, hey, just cancel the show because it's Colorado and they got plenty of time. I said, see if they can get a comedian from LA, and they did. They worked it out. Well, he was like, well, you don't have to rent a car. He said, I can get you another flight back to Birmingham. I'm like, nah, you don't get it. I don't want to fly today.
Wow.
I don't want to fly. Period. We rented a white Expedition, and we drove 5 hours from New Orleans to Birmingham.
Mm.
It just be days like that where I just won't fly. I won't fly. I get this real eerie deep down in my start texting my kids.
Yeah,
like I be feeling like something wrong. You know, and that all come from being a gunshot victim, then your daughter being a gunshot victim. You know what I'm saying? Being in a couple of car accidents. So you get these little eerie feelings. You know, I just have this phobic about dying on impact. Just imagine that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm flying the plane, because I fly planes.
I was gonna say you fly planes.
If I fly planes and I get turbulence or whatever, I'm good because I feel like I'm in control of it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna
refresh your documents one more time. Change something else in there. Beyonce did.
Yeah, you know, that's but sitting back there just certain days I'm like, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets kind of.
I forget though. With you probably flying what 150 times a year, something like that.
I fly a lot.
So you're not like a casual flyer.
But let me tell you what's been helping me. Believe it or not, it's this lady named on Facebook from Birmingham, Tish Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
Tish Fletcher. She sells these CBD gummies. They don't put you to sleep, but they just make you relax and chill out. So one time I was flying from Birmingham to Miami. They got a direct flight on American.
Mm-hmm.
So he said it's gonna be some bad weather on the Panhandle, up the upper part of Florida, like coming over, flying over Tallahassee.
Right.
Man, I popped one of those gummies. I was like,
I'm good.
but I was looking out the window the whole time, and when we went through that weather, the plane was shaking a little bit, but I was cool.
Cool.
But she sell them CBD gummies. They hit just right, like CBD oil up under your tongue. It help you calm down.
It don't knock you out, but just relax you.
Right, it ain't nothing but anxiety.
Yeah, just relaxing.
Yeah.
What's your you got to tell me your craziest flight. Your craziest flight.
Craziest flight.
You got to do that.
Shit, which one?